Hello everybody and welcome back to the third race of our Craftsman Truck Series in 2003 season here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Zane Smith and Ty Majeski start on the front row. Two drivers who have come so close to winning this season but haven't quite finished the job as we are green. The green flag's out here in Atlanta. Zane Smith jumps out to be clear here over Ty Majeski past the start-finish line to hold on to the lead. Majeski runs second, and then Ben Rhodes and Corey Heim fight for third place. Behind them you have Christian Eckes in fifth. And then a whole pack of hungry truckers looking to get a win here today in Atlanta. But we know this is a super speedway-like racing now with this new Atlanta reconfiguration from last season. And we expect absolute chaos to erupt at any moment. So you got Friesen there 3 wide, but Ty Majeski the inside of Zane Smith for the lead here in Atlanta, looking to take advantage early to get himself into a position where he can bring home the race victory here onto lap 2, and we're about to go 4 wide. This could end really badly. There's going to be some contact with Jake Garcia to Tanner Gray. Around goes 15, up into Nemechek and Friesen. Upside down goes Tanner Gray and Stuart Friesen, and the big one strikes at Atlanta. Up Tanner Gray on top of cars, toppling over Jake Garcia and Matt DiBenedetto. 2 laps in, the huge one strikes here at Atlanta. DiBenedetto, Jake Garcia, Tanner Gray, Stuart Friesen, John Hunter Nemechek, Matt Craftsman, Corey Heim, Dean Thompson involved. A huge crash all starts right here when Jake Garcia turns Tanner Gray, and nowhere for Friesen or Nemechek to go. Up and over, a hard crash for these guys. Piles in that. Kate Honeycutt gets some damage. Spencer Boyd piles in hard. And a huge crash takes out many contenders here at Atlanta, like Nemechek, Friesen, DiBenedetto, Craftsman, your defending race winner from Las Vegas a week ago, or a couple episodes, our last episode, Jake Garcia. Also in there, Lawless Allen piles in the back end of it, Josh Rayome. See up ahead, just the 35 turns 15. See from Matt Craftsman. See here, he has absolutely nowhere to go and stands right into Corey Heim and gets turned down and hit by Dean Thompson and Caden Honeycutt right there. Big damage, big stack up. But definitely out of the race can be Tanner Gray, DiBenedetto, Nemechek, Friesen, Tanner Gray. All these guys are completely done. All from this biggest. We're going to get the slow-mo replays. You see the 15 just gets clipped right there by Jake Garcia. And there was nothing Tanner could do from this point. And bang! John Hunter Nemechek, Stuart Friesen. Nowhere to go. Drilled hard. Corey Heim there, DiBenedetto. Crafted and just big hits. You see Tanner Gray just starts flipping and rolling down the banking here. Lands on Matt DiBenedetto, launches him up and over, and then lands on Jake Garcia and lands on the front end of the truck on the apron. I mean, that is a wild flip here at Atlanta. It's just some crazy hard crashes as Tanner goes crashing hard into the wall, collects pretty much half the field back here. And the big one, number 1, strikes on lap 2 at Atlanta, taking out Tanner Gray, Stuart Friesen, Matt DiBenedetto, and Matt Craftsman, as well as John Hunter Nemechek. Out the front of the field, though, Ty Majeski leads, but Christian Eckes looks to make a move here on the exit of 4, and they're going to race back to the line for the lead. Your leader going to be Ty Majeski at the line over Christian Eckes and Zane Smith. Now we get back underway, racing on lap 7. Going to have 28 trucks left in this race. Pretty much, you got Hocevar leading the way up here. As 11 of Corey Heim dropping like a rock through the middle of the field because of his damage from that first big one we had just witnessed. And he just stack up the 02 of Chris Wright. The 46 of Akinori Ogata has to watch out as the 11 is just dropping like a rock through the field from heavy damage to last year's real-life winner Corey Heim. As we look at this mid-pack race here between Timmy Hill, Ben Rhodes, Nick Sanchez racing hard, 4th position. Going down the front straightaway here. Hang on to it. Looks like everyone's going to be safe here and avoid crashing in spectacular fashion. And back up to the front of the field, it is Grant Enfinger who has now got the lead here, taking it from Carson Hocevar. The 1 Elaine Riggs runs in 3rd. Roger Caruth 4th as Chase Party and Daniel Dye battle for 5th place. Enfinger with the advantage, trying to make it work, but now here comes Lane Riggs for Tricon Garage on the bottom of the big run. Lane Riggs is going to be your leader here at Atlanta on that Tricon Garage Toyota. Looking to get Tricon winning. Oh, caution has come out on the racetrack. We are under yellow. An incident has happened. We got to find out what's happening. This is like Timmy Hill and Ben Rhodes was involved. Akinori Ogata as well. What happened? As it looks like right here, Ankrum Majeski go up the track, gets Ben Rhodes hard on the wall, and Timmy Hill piles right into Ben Rhodes, and they go spinning up the racetrack. Nowhere for Ogata to go. Bang! Slams hard into the 56 and knocks himself out of the race here. big crash here, so we're gonna get the full replay of what happens. Like Ben Rhodes actually gets hooked off of Tyler Ankrum into Majeski and goes slams hard into the wall and bang, Timmy Hill right into him, nowhere to go, and then there comes Akinori Ogata, piles right into these guys, bringing out the caution of the second one of the day here on lap 8. All three of those guys are gonna be done for the day. Back up the front of the field, Lane Riggs, your race leader in Atlanta for Tricon Garage. Now we move on to racing for position here on lap 17. Zane Smith leads, but Majeski, Hocevar, and Edfinger are 3 wide for second. Here comes Lane Riggs trying to make something happen as we continue to race aggressively here for the top 5, the top 10 positions here. Put on the back straight, we're nearly 4 wide. Daniel Dye into Hocevar. Contact around goes Nick Sanchez, Caruth, Hocevar around, Purdy to the wall, and Hocevar goes spinning off the bumper of Daniel Dye, and the caution will come out again here in Atlanta on lap 17. Big crash has erupted. Take some many contenders here. Hocevar, Sanchez, Purdy, Caruth involved. All of his Daniel Dye hooks Hocevar down the racetrack and nowhere for any of these guys to go. As you see, Daniel Dye just turns Carson Hocevar right down to Nick Sanchez, Caruth. They go spinning and Chase Purdy slams the inside safer barrier and spins back into the field here on the apron. Luckily, the rest of the field avoids this wreck, but you can see here just slow-mo, just Hocevar gets hooked right there by Daniel Dye into Nick Sanchez, Caruth. They lose control. The 4 gets in. Hocevar slams the outside wall, gets hit by Mason Maggio, and then goes down into the 43 of Daniel Dye and gets this big crash here on lap 17. 6 trucks involved, all here right inside the top 10. 5th on back, crashing here. Unfortunate for Purdy, Sanchez, Caruth, and Hocevar really having some good runs that they needed for good moving up in the point standings here. We're going to avoid Carson Hocevar back here, and narrowly avoiding Spencer Boyd. Up here in this pack, though, they're nearly wrecking. Look at Haley Deegan, Ben Rhodes. Oh, my goodness. Then everyone's going to avoid Daniel Dye as your race leader is going to be Zane Smith at Atlanta. And now we move on to lap 22. Here at Atlanta, Zane Smith's number 38 Ford leads this race. Ty Majeski runs second. Mason Maggio runs in third. But the 11 of Corey Heim really saw it. Oh, there's a huge wreck here coming down turn 1. What happened here in the restart? A huge wreck. It looks like Lawless Allen went upside down. As it looks like side by side was a 30 and 56. So Lawless Allen hits Timmy Hill. Gets turned off Timmy Hill and Jason White. And the 34 there. And the 45 goes up and over into the wall. And the 99 of Ben Rhodes piles in. See, Lawless Allen just goes up and over here. Big crash. Ben Rhodes doesn't know for anyone else to go back here. Enfinger piles in. Chase Purdy, Dean Thompson, Lane Riggs, 22 of Ray Ohm, Nick Sanchez. It's a big incident here. There's nowhere. Let's see, it was Ryan Vargas who hit Timmy Hill and sent Lawless Allen up and over with the 34 and the 99. Then a big hit there for the 22 of Josh Ray Ohm. Enfinger piles in. Chase Purdy comes in the back of that. And just a lot of contenders who had to go to the back from that last wreck we just witnessed can get involved in this restart wreck right off the start. With Lawless Allen nowhere to go. Contact with Timmy Hill and goes upside down to bring out the caution on lap 22 at Atlanta. At the front, it's Zane Smith leading the field back to the start-finish line over Ty Majeski and the 41 machine of Bailey Curry with the lap truck of Brett Holmes. And there's back to the start-finish line. Zane Smith going to lead the way here in Atlanta. As now we move on to, looks like 2 laps to go here on this restart to the end of stage 1 on lap 40. Zane Smith leads the way, followed by Carson Hocevar. Has already got slow lap trucks stacking up a bunch of trucks back here. Got Corey Heim. Of course, you know, he's had that extreme damage from the lap 2 big one. And he's holding up Bailey Curry, Roger Caruth, Tyler Ankrum, and the 9 of Colby Howard. But at the front of the field, Zane Smith looks to pull away to get his third stage win in a row here as he swept the stages last episode at Las Vegas, looking to keep up that momentum here. As last lap of stage 1, we get the yellow command ready for Zane Smith, looking to get a playoff point, his 3rd of the season so far. And then behind him, he's got the 98 machine of Ty Majeski, and then Carson Hocevar, Daniel Dye, and the lap truck of Haley Deegan. And then the 1 of Lane Riggs is in 5th as they race back to the line here. Looks like Zane Smith is going to get the stage win comfortably. As out of 4 for the final time in stage 1, Zane Smith wins stage 1 in Atlanta. Ty Majeski, Hocevar, Daniel Dye, Lane Riggs, Chris Wright, Josh Ray Ohm, Mason Maggio, Chase Purdy, and Christian Eckes, your top 10 as Zane Smith, stage winner. And now we move on to an incident here on lap 61, 63. Something has happened to Haley Deegan's number 13 truck And the 5 of Dean Thompson have been involved in an incident. We just caught the end of it, so that was a caution. Now we move on to the last lap of stage 2. Zane Smith once again looking to sweep the stages for the second week in a row here and really start to rack up the playoff points. But second place is the 20 of Mason Maggio, having a career run here. And then Bailey Curry is third, Christian Eckes is fourth. These 4 guys are in contention for the stage win through 3 and 4. For the final time here in stage 2, Zane Smith looks like he's going to cruise comfortably here to the stage 3. Oh, there's the 11 of Corey Heim. Lap truck going to get in the way. Zane Smith is going to go high. He's going to lose some momentum as they race back to the line. Mason Maggio got him! Maggio got him at the line. And Mason Maggio wins stage 2 in Atlanta. And a photo finish over Zane Smith, Bailey Curry, Christian Eckes, and then Tyler Ankrum, Nick Sanchez, Ty Majeski, the 33 truck, and Lane Riggs round out your top 10. The 33 is Mason Massey in stage 2. So Zane Smith sweeps the stages. Sorry, no, he wins stage 1, and then Mason Maggio wins stage 2 as we get back underway here on a late restart with just 3 laps to go in Atlanta to decide a winner. Zane Smith now back out front in the race lead. Tyler Ankrum runs second. Christian Eckes third. Mason Maggio fourth. And then fifth place, the last car in the lead lap, is the 41 of Bailey Curry. As they now race their way back to the finish line here, Zane Smith trying to get his first win of the 2023 season here at Atlanta. Tyler Ankrum chasing him down in second. Christian Eckes right there in third. Then how about a career day for Mason Maggio and Young's Motorsports running in fourth. 2 laps to go at Atlanta for Zane Smith. Can he bring home the victory today and put himself into the Craftsman Truck Series playoffs, joining the 35 of Jake Garcia, who pulled off the upset with the last lap pass for the win on Ty Majeski last episode at Las Vegas. As they race back to the start-finish line, Zane Smith, what a run it has been for him as he makes his way through 3 and 4, coming to take the white flag this time. Only 14 trucks left in the race because of the Wreck Fest. Here we go, white flag, final lap to my credit one bank for Zane Smith here in Atlanta, about to get the win and find himself in the playoffs once again, looking to be the early championship favorite this season. Of course, he has been so dominant and consistent with his finishes so far this season and looks to repeat truck championships as Tyler Ankrum lurks in second place, and then you got back there Eckes fighting Maggio for third, but it looks like it's going to be all Zane Smith back to the start-finish line is out of 4 for the final time. He's going to get it done. Back to the start-finish line. Zane Smith is going to dominate, and Zane Smith wins at Atlanta. Tyler Ankrum, your runner-up. Third place will be Christian Eckes. Mason Maggio, a career-best fourth-place finish. Bailey Curry rounds out your top 5. Then Nick Sanchez, Josh Rayome, the career-best seventh-place finish. Then Carson Hocevar, Lane Riggs, and Mason Massey round out your top 10 today in Atlanta. Zane Smith wins and puts himself in the Craftsman Truck Series playoffs with his first win of the season here at Atlanta. 3 races so far, 3 different winners. See the race results on the left side of your screen. And we'll see the standings fairly shortly. And if you have to playoff standings, of course, Zane Smith tops the board with his playoff points, locks himself in the playoffs, joining Jake Garcia. Then on points, Ty Majeski, Christian Eckes, Grant Emfinger, Corey Heim, Daniel Dye, all double digits or more above the cut line. Then Nick Sanchez, Chris Wright, Tyler Ankrum, all within 10 above the cut line. Then just outside the playoff cut line right now is Carson Hocevar, Chase Purdy, Lawless Allen, Josh Rayome, Roger Carruth, Ben Rhodes, Mason Massey, Colby Howard, Mason Maggio, Stuart Friesen, and Dean Thompson. So until the next episode, I hope you all have a good one.